This is IGN. A stylish and surprising sci-fi horror game. This is your IGN review of Routine by Vicky Blake. Intelligent, stylish, and brutally hands-off, Routine is one of the most terrifying and, at times, terrifyingly frustrating horror games I've played for some time. Confident and cruel, it's a masterclass in show-don't-tell horror that freaked me out far more than I'd like to admit, and that's coming from a bona fide horror veteran. Routine is one of the most atmospheric games I've played in ages, and I do mean all games, not just horror ones. You, a software engineer dispatched to resolve a malfunctioning security system, arrive at Union Plaza, a tourist resort on the moon, although there are no tourists, no staff, and barely even a functioning facility left. And despite the technical accomplishments that apparently got us to the moon, everything in Union Plaza is gloriously old-fashioned. Like the Jetsons or the original Alien movie, it presents a dated, almost naive vision of the future, with green-hued CRT terminals, limited technology, and fabulously 70s-esque patterned wallpaper. Take your trusty cat, aka your cosmonaut assistance tool. Yes, it lets you overload electronics, track clues, see in the dark, and gain important security clearance, but it's also a boxy gizmo that kinda looks like a 1980s video camera, complete with a cripplingly bleak battery life. Using it requires manual interaction. Modules need to be physically slotted into place, and connecting to the short-span Wi-Fi requires a manual button press. All of it is delightfully fiddly, right up until you realize you may need to manually change out your modules while a Type 5, a deeply unpleasant mechanical facsimile of a humanoid, is gunning for you. Or you can't save until you find a wireless access point, which may or may not have a murderous robot patrolling just in front of it. And Routine gives nothing away, like absolutely nothing. No hints, no clues, no flashing items, no stuck, click here lifeline. Admirably reserved, it's content to leave you fumbling in the dark for hours if need be, utterly unfazed by your frustration until you, say, accidentally spot a vent you somehow didn't notice before. It's deliciously cunning game design that I hate every bit as much as I admire, only elevated further by its careful use, or its sometimes lack thereof, of sound effects and unsettling bangs and thuds in the distance. As for the puzzles, few stumped me for long. It's fear that held me back, not the puzzle design. But I think some will be confused by them, not least because developer Lunar Software's lack of signposting means it's easy to overlook clues. If you take nothing else from my words today, though, you owe it to yourself to try to get through as much of Routine as you can without succumbing to a guide. Most puzzles are logical, sometimes maddeningly so, and it's always a rush when you realize the solution can be found by fiddling with the settings on your cat. And that's what I loved best, I think. Those intelligent puzzles, intuitive tools, and a deeply unsettling atmosphere may not work for all, but they sure did impress me. Routine surprised me, a horror veteran, in all the right ways. Its world building feels real, the environments are rich and interesting, and its systems and controls really do immerse you. Add in the plentiful backtracking, unlikable foes, and light touch signposting, though, and I think Routine will be one of 2025's more divisive horror games. But even with its handful of frustrations, this is still one of the most terrifying things I've played in years. Routine's IGN score? 7 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Routine updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.